The deck we are playing today is a new Oricorio deck. It includes Greninja and a Giratina as well. If you do want to play it yourself, this is the deck list. For me, it actually did quite well, as you will see in this video. Alright, we are against a grass type energy. Meowscarada, or probably Meowscarada Decidueye, I'm guessing. Yep, there is a Meowscarada. Could also be Beedrill, but not sure. Let's put a energy on Giratina. At least we have a Giratina now. Alright, the one energy we can play is a water energy, but that's alright. Next turn we have a electric type energy as well. Let's use Giratina's ability again. There goes the rare candy, there's the Meowscarada. Alright, so I take 60 damage. We can Rita for 40, plus Giant Cave, we gain another 20. So at least we don't actually get knocked out next turn. Let's also Shaman, of course, to heal another 10. And let's play another Oricorio. Use Zap. Alright, he deals another 60 damage. We draw a Froakie now, but it's very useless. Giratina will be able to do 130. We could heal Oricorio up to the right amount again. I think we might actually do that. So let's Rita again. Let's play Shaman heal again. And let's put the other energy on Giratina. And let's do 50. So if he doesn't heal, then he is at least at 120 HP. Which means we could knock him out with Giratina. Alright, so he finally got another basic Pokemon. But still he's only able to do another 60 damage. We don't get anything useful here. Let's put an energy there. Let's use Giratina's ability to ramp it up a little bit. And now it depends on what he does with Meowscarada, what we do next turn. If he heals it, then we play the other Oricorio. If he doesn't heal it, then we can play Giratina, unless he has Rare Candy Meowscarada again. Alright, so he doesn't have Rare Candy Meowscarada. However, he does have a Floragato, so he could just as well have Meowscarada next turn. And that is very worrisome, because then he is just able to one-shot my Giratina again. I could play Giratina. I'm actually gonna play Oricorio. Okay, we have a Greninja. So let's save Giratina for now and use Oricorio instead. Giratina might be able to get one shot otherwise next turn if he has Meowscarada. He does have a Rare Candy Decidueye. And there he is, there is the Meowscarada, so it was the correct choice to not play Giratina. He is also able to do 100 damage. Wait, no, he isn't actually. What did he do? I thought he was able to do 100 damage. Oh, it only does it to the Pokemon that has damage on it. So the Decidueye didn't do any damage to my Oricorio. Now let's Rare Candy Greninja. Let's also Pokeball get the other Froakie. There we go, there he is. And let's just play a energy on Greninja as well. So we Water Shuriken. Let's do 20 to Meowscarada. So he is in 50 range, and then we use Zap for the Decidueye. Here comes the Meowscarada again, which he is able to heal with Erica. Sadly, we don't have a Rita anymore, so we cannot heal for ourselves. And that is a pretty big problem. Let's Professor's Research. We have a Guzma though. So Gazma will be able to do 30, well, it will be able to take 30 HP off this Meowscarada. So what do? I think we attack with Meowscarada anyways. Or with Oricorio, and then put an energy on Greninja. Let's just heal for the fun of it. Use Zap to get it to 50. And then we also have Cyrus. So, okay, we can only use one. So we can only use either Gazma or Cyrus. Gazma is even stronger now that he has played his other cape as well on Decidueye. But okay, we will have to really think this through now. We can... I think we play Greninja. And then we... Alright, let's actually think here. Let's play Gazma. Alright, so all his HP is gone. He has 20 left. We can Water Shuriken the Meowscarada in the one in play. So there we go. He is able to do 80, 100 or 60 with Meowscarada. If he has Leaf, we don't have to put in our Shaman, that's okay. And I think we are just gonna do 60 damage here and then leave Giratina again on the bench. That should be okay. So let's do this. Well, let's actually also play Froakie in case we draw the other Greninja next turn. And we have another 20 damage to work with in case we actually survive this next turn. I'm guessing we do, but you never know. Alright, so he plays Lily on the Meowscarada. So it is back up to full, which I don't really mind because 120 damage is enough for his Decidueye. So let's Cyrus here. Let's Cyrus his Decidueye. There it goes. And now we can retreat our Greninja. Let's just use this energy, it doesn't really matter. And then we can finally play Giratina, and there we go, we win. So yeah, it is useful to sometimes keep your Giratina on the bench for a long ass time and still win the game. Alright, we are against a psychic type deck. Not sure what this is. We do have a pretty decent opening hand with 2 Pokeball and a Professor's Research, so we can just draw a nice 4 cards next turn. Alright, and he is playing Lunala, I think, because he is going for the Cosmog. Let's use Pokeball. We get a Giratina, that's really good. Let's use another Pokeball. We get Froakie, also pretty nice. Now let's try get a Greninja and or a rare candy. We have at least a Greninja. Now we just still need the rare candy. Let's play an energy on the Giratina. This is not a deck I've seen before. This attack does more damage equal to the damage this Pokemon has on it. Okay, so it deals 50 plus how much damage it has taken, I think. Let's Professor's Research first. See if we can get a rare candy. Yes, we actually do get a rare candy. And we get a Shaman, so we have some free healing as well. Here we go. So first let's do the Water Shuriken on Cosmog. And then use a energy on Oricorio and use the Giratina ability as well. So he is trying to get his Giratina to have 4 energies. Okay, and he gets his Cosmog up to 60 HP, which is not enough to actually keep it alive, but... oh, okay, he swaps it out to a Regigigas. That's okay, we have Guzma. So what we could do is Greninja the Cosmog anyway, and then see if he evolves it next turn. Or we could Cyrus him. But we could also use the 20 damage on Giratina and maybe Cyrus him instead. I don't think we play energy or we do damage to Regigigas here. We could Cyrus and then knock out the Cosmog. I think that might be the best here. So let's do that. Let's Cyrus the Cosmog. So he goes back into play. And then we Greninja and use its ability on Cosmog that deals 20 plus Zap makes him be knocked out. I was afraid of him evolving into a Lunala and then the Lunala being able to put enough energies on Regigigas to attack. Now this way he doesn't have that, so... Alright, and at this point, I think what we want to do is gather a energy on Giratina and use Greninja's ability on Giratina, the enemy Giratina, so that it has 130 HP, which means if he plays it, then I can play Giratina and knock him out. And in the meantime, I am gonna use Giratina's ability as well to have enough energy. Alright, and he has another Giratina. And he plays a Cosmog, so he might have Rare Candy Lunala next turn, which is a little bit more problematic. Okay, and he plays Mars as well. What we still could do next turn is play damage on Regigigas and then play Giratina to knock him out as well. However, then he can just Giratina my Giratina, so then I don't think that is useful, Regigigas, if it doesn't take any damage, only is able to do 50 damage maximum, so my Oricorio will at least survive one turn, so that's pretty nice. And instead, so I think I am gonna Water Shuriken his other Greninja, or Giratina, so it's also down to 130, and then play an energy on Greninja and just end the turn there. I don't think I wanna attack Regigigas. Alright, so yeah, I was right, he was gonna play Lunala, and this Lunala will be able to put enough energies on Regigigas. So there we go, all the energies are on Regigigas, and that's pretty okay. Let's count the energy here. He has 4 energy on Regigigas, which means there is 2 on Lunala. Once during your turn, you may move all energy from one of your benched Pokemon to your active. So his Giratina has 1, his Lunala has 2, plus the one he gets from the what's it called, the active. So that would be enough to deal 130. So alright. Then what is the play here? Because my Giratina is just gonna get knocked out. But if I swap it into... Or maybe I just do like the 50 damage to Regigigas will mean that he is able to do 100 damage. But I could swap... If he plays Sabrina, I could swap to Greninja. I think that might be the play. So let's just do this. If we have enough time, actually. I don't think we do. No, we don't. Okay. I was gonna do 50 damage to Regigigas, but didn't have the time anymore. So yeah, he is just able to do his other 50. Let's play Greninja, I guess. Let's play the older Froakie then. Use this ability. We are able to do 60 damage, which means he is able to do 110. So I think we are okay to Water Shuriken again. One of his benched Pokemon. Maybe let's do Lunala this time. So it's down to 160, and then use Mist Slash to at least damage the Regigigas here. So it has 80 HP left. It's in kill range of a Greninja Water Shuriken Mist Slash. Okay, we don't have the other Greninja anymore. That's a little bit sad. Okay, oh, we do still have it. That's good. And we have a Irida. Also not too bad. So now let's see what he does. I don't think he has extra damage for his Regigigas. So my Greninja won't be knocked out. Which means that we can knock out his Regigigas with Greninja. And have another Greninja on the bench as well. Okay, so he does 110 damage. There we go. Let's see. We do Rare Candy. And then Greninja, so we have 2 of them. Then we use one of the Greninja's Shuriken on Regigigas. Here we go. And we use the other Greninja's Shuriken on Lunala. So it goes down to 140. Let's use Irida. No, that we can. So heal 40. Doesn't really matter that much. Use Shaman's ability as well to heal 10. And then Mist Slash to knock out this Regigigas. He could play either of his Giratinas or the Lunala. If he doesn't have any healing, I win. Okay, so there's Lunala. And now he is gonna use its ability probably, or is he gonna play Regigigas? Alright, so what we do here is we obviously play Giratina. And then we use Gazma to get the first 20 HP gone. So it has 140, and then we use Water Shuriken to do another 20. And he concedes. So yeah, we would have won that with Giratina's attack. Pretty fun to play this because it takes a little bit of thinking to actually know what you're doing. Alright, a fire type deck is what we are up against. So we just play Froakie, since it is able to do 10 plus 20 damage against this Litten, so that's pretty good already. Alright, so we Pokeball to get another Froakie, and we would like another Pokeball to get a Oricorio. There he is. Let's play Mr. Oricorio as well, and play a energy on Froakie. I think we might just do some damage with Froakie. There we go, so at least he has already gotten 30 damage down. It does cost us an energy on Giratina, but I think that it's okay. Well, especially if he concedes this quickly. Alright, we are against a grass type deck this time. Might be Carnivine, yep, there he is. So this is Carnivine Arceus. Let's a Giant Keeper Froakie. Just to be safe, and then end. And we can Rare Candy our Greninja into play next turn. So we don't have a too bad of a first turn. It's maybe not ideal, but still. Okay, we can also Professor's Research first, so let's do that and see what we draw. Okay, and more Oricorio. Not bad. And a Pokeball, so maybe we get something useful there too. Another Oricorio. I don't think I will play that. So let's play a energy on Froakie, Rare Candy, a Greninja. There we go, and then we Water Shuriken on Carnivine. So that's another 20 damage, and then we end the turn. Next turn we can just use Mist Slash because we have the water energy ready to go. So with Arceus, this Carnivine is able to do 50, which leaves our Greninja with 70 HP left, which should be okay. Arceus won't be able to do any damage for at least 3 turns, and maybe he doesn't have anything else to play yet, so... Alright, so we indeed have the 70 HP left. Let's put the energy on the Greninja, use his Water Shuriken to do some damage to Arceus. It's only 20, but it's something, and then we can Mist Slash his Carnivore into the knocked out pile. So we have 1 point, we have a Arceus that's 120 HP. We do have a Oricorio, so he won't be able to do any damage with his Arceus. I think he might have actually rage quit. Oh, no, he is still here. He just took a while to return. Alright, so he uses red card, sadly, because I was gonna play my Oricorio. But we do get a Irida. So his Arceus has a potential of 90 damage right now. So if we Irida, our Greninja has just enough HP if he doesn't get any other basic Pokemon. Maybe we can get an Oricorio here as well. Yes, there we go. So if he Sabrinas, we have Oricorio. Or actually, let's see, because I can Irida here. So that means Greninja has 110 HP. So I am just gonna Mist Slash, I think. Let's do 20 to the active one and then Mist Slash for another 60, so he's down to 40. And then if he is able to play another basic Pokemon, my Greninja will be knocked out, but we still have Cyrus and we only need an energy on a Oricorio. Alright, so he also plays Gelsma, which is enough to knock out my Greninja actually. That was also still a possibility that I didn't think of. But his Arceus won't be able to do any damage to my Oricorio, so I'm not sure how he wants to win this. We can just put an energy. Sadly, we still don't have a electric type energy coming up, so we will have to wait a few turns, but we're still in a pretty good spot here. Alright, so he does have another, his Carnivine now. That is annoying, because we do need Oricorio to be able to attack in order to actually be able to knock it out. But we only need literally one electric type energy and we are okay. So let's see what the next one after this is. Another water type energy. Alright, that is pretty bad. Okay, so we get a Froakie at least. We can swap out for the other Oricorio and then Irida the turn after. So let's do that. Let's retreat our one Oricorio, put in the other. And then next turn we can Irida. I don't think he is running Zubat. Oh, he is actually, so there is the Zubat. So if he is able to get it to a Crobat, then that is also a little bit of a problem. Let's do get a... No, still no electric type energy. Wow, okay, that is very annoying. Let's put an energy on Froakie then. And let's use Mr. Rare Candy to get a Greninja. And use Irida. If he doesn't have any healing, my Water Shuriken will at least be able to do enough damage to his Arceus. And next turn I can just get Greninja into play, and that would also be enough with Cyrus. Alright, Rare Candy, he gets Crobat. So my Oricorio is going to be knocked out, but that's only 1 point, and he needs 2. Alright, Arceus gets another energy. There we go, so we do win. We can just put in Greninja here, use Cyrus, and then we are okay. Or actually, we can Water Shuriken. Right, we can just do this. And we are okay. We win. There we go, another. So this deck is pretty good and actually pretty fun to play. I would recommend it.